Hey guys, Micah from blackbearcustomkydex. I got a quick video for you on a couple sheaths I just made. Both of them are for the K-Bar TDI 2-inch plain edge. So this one's going to Louis. I'm sorry, brother. I've forgotten. And I don't know where you're from, so I can't even give a shout out to your city. So sorry. I gotta look back through my notes. And this one's going to Giancarlo, and I think he's in New York City. So anyway, why don't we start with this? This is kind of the specialty item or specialty design. It differentiates a bit from my standard. If you've been watching my videos, you already know what that's all about. This is the standard option. And we're going to talk about this in a couple minutes, but I have a lot to say on it. So we're gonna just do this one first. All right, so Giancarlo chose Emt Red with Kryptek Yeti Overlay. And he asked to have the red kind of peeking through the Kryptek, so I drilled some holes in it, and I've carved around these eyelets and done like an alternating eyelet thing. I think it looks really cool. Takes a lot of time to make these, so they do go for a little bit more than the standard. He also asked for an in the waistband sheath, and he wanted it to have two primary positions. One would be with the handle basically parallel with your belt, so you can see it's at a 90 off of this ulti clip, so it can ride there. And if you take this bottom screw out and swing it over, you can put this drill hole here, and it'll be riding, roughly with the blade straight down. So he asked for those two setups, and I threw a couple others in there too. You can line up with these holes here and have it, a little bit more vertical. These two will work. So again, you can have it at that vertical. These should be basically parallel lines or very close to it. So you do have some options as far as the orientation on this, but the two primary positions that he asked for are covered. The retention on this is really nice. You can see it's got a ballistic one-handed draw. The sheath just kind of like launches right off of it, and it's easy to put back in one-handed. So I'm very pleased with how this came out. This is actually the first time I've done a dual layer for the TDI. I've done some other ones, but this is the first TDI. So happy with how that came out. Giancarlo, brother, I hope you like this sheath. I hope you get some great use out of it. All right, so let's go on to my standard design. This particular, the two-inch plain edge TDI is probably my best-selling sheath. I do sell it as a package deal if you'd like, so you can get a brand new TDI as well as the custom sheath for it. And I do all of the TDIs, the 3.5 inch, the Hellfire, the Hindrance. I do them all. So anyway, I think the reason why this particular sheath is so high selling, or my TDI series in general, is because there's a lot of thought that went into the drill hole spacing. And the reason why I say this is because, I took the time to really come up with a way of getting these drill holes on here so that you could orient the knife on the tech lock in like 4 or 5 different positions per 90-degree side. So that's like up to maybe around 20 positions that you could have the knife in on your belt. Sorry, I keep bringing it up closer to my face because I'm, getting old and having trouble seeing. So now I'm off camera. Anyway, so you can orient this in a lot of different positions on your belt. This is the one that I personally like the best. This is with the handle parallel to your belt or even slightly lower, because I think that, reduces how much hang there is off the end of the tech lock. So if you're wearing it, in your, I gotta put it on. If you're wearing it in like the appendix position, when you sit down, your legs don't catch too much of that and it doesn't feel uncomfortable. Most of the time when I'm wearing it, I really sincerely don't even notice it's there. So anyway, I think that's the primary reason why this has been such a successful design for me. Now, a gentleman called me the other day, and the conversation we had's kind of been rubbing me the wrong way, eating at me. And I just, I know that there are a lot of people out there that are making or are thinking this way, and I didn't want this mentality to go unchecked. I don't think it's a bad thought process, and I don't think it's wrong. I just want to present my side of this and let you guys know that there is some thought that goes behind these designs. So you've probably seen, if you're seeing this video, chances are pretty good that you've looked up K-bar TDI sheaths, because as you know, the factory sheath is pretty much a joke. The knife is great, the sheath is just not. So you've probably seen some other people's designs on it and seen that there are a couple guys that do theirs with very, very little Kydex right here. So you can get the full grip like this. You can have your forefinger all the way up into the choil without any, while it's in the sheath. You can get your full grip on it while it's in the sheath, and then you just rip it out, you're ready to go. That's great. I think that, thinking tactically is awesome. I think those guys are doing great work, and I'm not here to tell you not to get their designs. I'm not here to say that they're not, that they're subpar or anything like that. I think they're all awesome. Everybody that I've seen doing TDI work does really nice stuff. So, sorry, I'm saying a lot. I'm really tired today. But anyway, the point of this is that the guy is absolutely right. If you're going to grip a sheath that has really superb retention, well, first off, if it's got superb retention, there is some Kydex coming up the side here. You can look at all of like the top Kydex guys. That is a uniform theme in the Kydex world. Sometimes you can get away with going a little bit closer there, but I just can't, maybe I shouldn't say certain without handling some of those other sheaths personally, but I don't believe that you can go much closer. Well, yeah, you can go a bit closer, but I don't believe that you can grip just the edge of it and still get the same level of retention that you can get with this sheath. I don't think you can get that ballistic one-handed draw. I don't think you can get a really good positive click so that you feel secure when you put your knife in. If I'm wrong, I would love to see some other videos, and I'm not trying to be argumentative. Really would love to have friendly conversation. Excuse me. I'd love to have some friendly conversations with people about it, get their input, and if any of you other TDI makers are out there, I would be really thrilled to do like a swap or something. I'll more than gladly pay shipping and send you one of my sheaths, and I'd love to see your work too. So I think that's just how we all make the game a little more competitive, make it better, and provide better products to the knife community. So, all right, without any more rambling about that, I just want to kind of address this issue. So yes, if you're going to put your fingers on here and grip the knife with all four fingers the same way that you would when you're using the knife, and then draw it out, you're going to wind up with this gap. You can see my finger down here. And that's a problem, because once you have that, you need to readjust your hand on the knife. And, even though that doesn't take very long, it does eat up a tiny bit of time that it would take that you could be defending yourself or whatever. I agree 100%. That said, that's not how I draw this knife. The whole point of having a thumb ramp on it is so that you can draw the knife out and have it, in whatever grip you're going to have it. The point of the thumb ramp is so that you don't have to just rip it out of the sheath. You can do that, and it's not going to damage the sheath. It's got to pass through the same Kydex regardless of how you draw. But, the point there is it's a little more subtle, it's a little more sophisticated, and you can use that to your advantage. You can also draw relatively silently, which is a nice feature. All right, so how I do it, I just get my forefinger kind of like the tip in there, and I finish my grip up as I'm pulling it out. So you can see my fingers all the way up in this space here. I can't go any further. And if I'm trying to go further anyway, I'm going to lose out on these little scalloped, carved out sides here. So they're designed so that you can get your forefinger in there. You get better control that way. So anyway, I get my finger up in there and I complete my grip as I draw it. It's not a problem. You just grab it with these three fingers, right? Very easy. So anyway, that's more or less all I have to say on that. I don't want to go on or argue or tell you that anybody else is wrong or I'm doing it better. It's not about that. It's about preference. And I think that this holds up to anybody else's work. So comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. I would be very interested to hear your thoughts. So Like, share, comment, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. Stick around for the next one. God bless.